Sometimes when I sit down in this chair, I feel like I'm getting ready to film an infomercial. Hello, today I want to talk to you about diabetes. Hey guys, welcome back to But First Coffee, where life begins after coffee. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some really fun nail designs that you can do really easily with items that are around your house. Now, I'm definitely not a nail art expert. I'm not like those Instagram accounts where they like, paint this color, look, now you have an ice cream cone on your finger. That's not the level of nail art we're going to get to in this video. This video is going to be nail art for the rest of us. Like there's nail art Instagram accounts, and then there's the nail art for the rest of us, and we're gonna go into this category today, okay? Let's do this. For my first design, you can create these really adorable sort of sponge paint inspired nails, and the household tool you will need to create these is the Q-tip. Using the Q-tip, kind of like a sponge paint, you're going to sponge different colors onto the nail. My tip would be to use a variety of colors and a variety of saturations and tones, so some darker colors and some slightly more pastel colors. It just makes the sponge effect look a little bit better. Seal it with some top coat, and bam, you're done. For my second nail art design, we're going to use some tin foil. Taking a pair of small scissors, I'm just going to cut little triangles out of this tin foil. Go ahead and paint your second coat of nail polish so the nail is still a little bit wet and tacky. And then using just your finger or a small pair of tweezers, you're just going to place these little triangles onto your nail wherever you want. I decided to do a few different designs on different nails to get a fun geometric look. For our third design, we are going to use another thing that you might be using in your lunchbox, but you're going to use instead for some nail art, and that is a sandwich baggie or just a piece of plastic wrap. Grabbing the desired colors that you want, you're just going to basically paint strips of paint onto the plastic pieces and then let them completely dry. Once they're completely dry, you'll find that they peel off really easily. You'll see that some formulas and colors are a little easier to pull off than others, but in general they tend to sort of just pull off in a full solid strip. Then using scissors, like with the tinfoil, you can do different designs with these. I've decided to do a stripe design with mine, so I'm cutting these into strips and then I'm just going to place them horizontally up my nail. I'm not worried about being too perfect. I think with these kind of nail art designs personally, it looks a little fun if it's not totally perfect. Plus, I don't really want to waste 2 hours of my life doing this. You'll find that these are also really easy to work with. They're sort of sticky and all you need to do is place them on the nail and they kind of just stay wherever you want. You can peel them back off and move them around if you need to. Once you have them exactly how you want, you would just cut off any excess that you don't need, seal it with that good old top coat, and you're good to go. The next design is using these 3-hole punch reinforcers, and I'm going to use these to do a half moon design at the bottom of my cuticle. I decided to go for a neon and nude combination, so I started by painting my nails a bright neon orange. Then I'm going to just place these reinforcers along my cuticles. Then coming in with a nude color, I'm going to just paint away and then pull back the sticker to reveal the half circle shape. It's pretty simple. Alright, our last design is going to be creating these splatter art nails. All you need for this one is the good old straw. So this tutorial does get a little bit messy, so I will suggest that you tape off your nails. I just take a piece of Scotch tape and I go around the top of my nail, pressing it as close to the sides as I can get, and then I tape off the bottom along the cuticle. And then all you're going to do is take your desired color, and you're going to put about 2 drops into the end of a straw, and then blowing from the other end, you're going to blow a splatter of nail polish onto your nails. You'll sort of have to play with this because you'll see you'll get different splattered effects if the straw is closer or further away. So I like to sort of do a variety, so I get some bigger splatters and some smaller splatters. Just, you know, be careful and don't inhale. Only exhale. Alright guys, that was it. As I promised, some very simple, easy DIY nail art that you can do with items you have laying around your house. If you use any of these DIYs as inspiration for your own nail art, don't forget to tag me. You can tag me on Instagram. This is my Instagram handle. You can snap me. I love snapping with you guys, and if you snap me directly, I will always snap you back. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video.